Hello everybody. Welcome to our channel. My name is Marcy. I am a mom of 4 kids, my youngest of whom is Freya. She has a rare syndrome called Cornelia-de-Lange syndrome. She's at preschool. I'm in my kitchen cooking as usual. I'm making, you know, those little dippy Christmas tree cake things. They're shaped like a Christmas tree. They're cake and they're covered in like a chocolate shell. I'm making those, but gluten-free. We're trying it with the Krusteaz brand cake because it's always delicious and turns out. But I wanted to chat with you guys. Sorry, I'm gonna set you down. A little bit about IEPs. So, IEP, it's an individualized education plan. Basically, it just is the support that Freya needs to go to school. We make goals in every therapy that she gets. So we do speech therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and I think they call it academic therapy? No, social studies. So just doing typical classroom things. Halfway through the year, they send me an update on how she's doing on her goals. In theory, she should be about 50%. They measure it in percentages. So she should be about 50% of the way to her goals halfway through the year, right? And I got this report yesterday, and I just want to go over the many emotions that this report has brought up. I read through it. One of her goals was be able to follow directions. And she is at less than 40%. 33% is what they've put her at. That's my cakes. I made them chocolate because that's Fiona, my daughter, who also eats gluten-free. Chocolate is her favorite, and chocolate is my favorite. So instead of making them just like a vanilla cake, we're making them chocolate and covered in chocolate. So it's a great thing about cooking at home is you get to make them however you darn well please. Okay, those need to cool, so we'll let them sit. Looking through this, she is at about 30% on most of her goals. She, in speech, is at about 80% from what I'm reading. And so in speech, they show her 2 pictures and they say, where's the dog? Where's the house? You know, and she has to point to the correct picture. And that's at 80%. And then looks like steps in her gait trainer. We wanted her to be able to take 10 to 20 steps in her gait trainer. And it doesn't say how many steps she can take in her gait trainer, but they put her at 50%. So those are the only 2 goals out of all the goals that she is even at 50%. All the rest she is, they say less than 40%, which is basically she's just not meeting those goals. Reading through this, first of all, I just feel grateful that she can go to school and that she has wonderful teachers and therapists and paraeducators and therapy aides and bus drivers and bus assistants that all work together to get her to go to school. She overall, I think there's about, and this might be an overestimation, but it's not, I don't think it is. There's about 20 people that have to work with Freya to allow her to go to school. And that's just how it is. And like reading through, it's like, Freya's doing amazing, great work, Freya. we love Freya. We love working with her. She's doing amazing. You know, all these things that I just feel so extremely grateful that she has the people she works with, because they are completely awesome. I think the second emotion that hit me really hard was just grief. Grief that we even have to do this. Grief that Freya needs so many people to go to school. It's hard because I don't want to paint disability as something negative, because I think disability in and of itself is not negative. I think that our expectations of how our life is going to go and having that be a different story can be a negative association with that. I think that the way society treats people with disabilities, you can have a very negative association with that. So I just want to first off say, I do not count Freya's disability as a negative thing, but I do count all the extra work that goes into that as a hard thing, and especially it's a grief for her. I want her to have a good experience. I want life to be easy for her. I want life to be easy for all my kids. I know that's not how life is. Life sure hasn't been easy for me, but I do want that for her. And then I also feel excited that she's meeting these goals, because these are like, these lists of things are things that I really didn't know that if she would ever do it. When you get a diagnosis like Cornelia de Lange syndrome, it basically is like it could affect her very mildly and she could just be a little bit delayed, or it could affect her very profoundly and she could never communicate, never walk, never talk. We don't know where she is on that. She has a limb difference, which they said she'll probably be toward the more severe side because she has the limb difference. That's just a correlation they find. So I was expecting this end of the spectrum. So to see her even partway meeting any of these goals is absolutely amazing to me. And I'm so proud of her, and I'm so proud of all the work she puts in. And you can just see it on her tiny little face, the determination that she wants to do these things. And she's hopefully going to figure out a way, and that's not going to look, it never looks the way I think it's going to look. Freya never does things the way I think she's going to do things. And that is just the little stubborn determination streak in her that is great. But also, for someone who likes to make plans, having a child that's like, screw your plans, Mom, we're doing it my way, is difficult. So this IEP progress report, unless you've lived it, I don't think you understand like the completely conflicting emotions, just the absolute joy and devastation simultaneously that a paper like this can bring into your life. And navigating grief from a diagnosis is the biggest head game. I was trying to think of a better word than the one I was actually going to use. Head game is right. I've ever experienced in my life. Like, to open that letter and simultaneously be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh my gosh, this is awful. Is just, it's something I never thought I could experience both of those emotions at the same time. Not the only, I'd say the other way I've experienced grief is through death. I've lost a lot of people in my life that were very important to me. And the grief of death, I feel like, is just the devastation. Whereas the grief I feel with Freya's diagnosis, I also get those glimpses of absolute joy right in the middle of it. And absolute, I feel so proud of this girl and so amazed, and I love her so much. And that also deepens the grief almost, because I want the world for her. And she's here and doing amazing things. So now that I've completely confused you all, let's see how my cakes are gonna turn out. I'm really excited about them. And I hope they turn out good. It's cake covered in chocolate. It's gotta be good. Freya, did you have a good day at school? Yeah. I got a message that Freya didn't have any bottle at school today because she had 3 servings of yogurt at snack time. So I usually send a bottle with her that she eats at snack time because she doesn't usually eat enough food to fill her up. And they said they fed her the first 2 servings of yogurt and she wanted more. And she wanted to feed herself on the last serving. So she fed herself with a spoon. Are you proud? Tell me all about it. Are you so proud of yourself? Oh, and her bus driver gave her a sticker. Yeah, can I see? That's a cool sticker. Did you have a good day? Did you have a good day? Yeah. And her teacher was just saying how impressed she is with how far she's come along developmentally, which I completely agree. I'm kind of against any type of measurement or test or anything to tell me where Freya is developmentally, because I feel like it's a no-win situation. Like, you're just going to tell me she's behind. I know she's behind. And I feel like the tests and the way they grade, what am I trying to say? The way they specify how she is developmentally is not accurate. And so, like, getting the IEP thing back can be a blow, because it's like, she's doing so good. How come the tests aren't reflecting that? And there's no way to reflect how well she's doing, because you are doing amazing things and you have progressed so much. In the last, I guess it's 1.5 years now that she's been in preschool, she has progressed so much. Huh? School has been great for her. So I try not to get too hung up on the tests, but also it's just kind of that reminder that our lives look differently from so many other people. And that's hard, and that can be a little bit isolating. And I always find that when I talk to other parents that have kids with disabilities, they get it and they feel the same way. So I just need to go talk to someone, huh? I need to go talk to one of our friends' mamas. Yes. I have a Christmas tree cookie cutter. I know I do. I can tell you what it looks like. It's silver, obviously, but then it has like green plastic on the outside, so when you push down, it doesn't hurt your hands. It's not here. So now I'm contemplating, do I do gingerbread men? Or stars, I guess, would be the other. I hate that. I know I have one. I know what it looks like. It's just not here. I also had a snowman cookie cutter, and I know I had a snowman cookie cutter because I have ornaments on my tree that are snowmen that we made. And neither one of them are here. I've decided I'm gonna do stars because I think I can get the most out of those, most cuts. Are you having a good time down there? I tried to get her to lay on my bed and eat and take a nap, and she was not having it, so. Alone on the floor, you're drinking your baba, huh? Yeah. All right, here's the final product, if I can get it unstuck. Come on, come on. Liam tasted of them and said they're so good, huh?
Very good.
Did you have a star? You didn't. You just had,
No,
I made cake balls.
I just had the balls.
I made cake balls out of like all the offcuts.
That's good.
They are very good. I kind of just made up the recipe, but I'll try to find something similar. I basically just did the box cake. I put it on 2 cookie sheets, made a marshmallow cream icing to go in the middle, cut them out, froze them, and then dipped them. So, thanks for hanging out with us and listening to my explanation of the IEP. The IEP goals and why I really don't like them. And I should learn just to not open up that letter the next time it comes. But my curiosity always gets the better of me, so maybe next time I'll have the resolve to not open it up and just be happy with the progress that Freya's making, because she's making so much progress. So thanks for being here, and I hope we'll see you next time.